How could one person steal $54 million from a small town? In the city of Dixon, Illinois, the place where former President Ronald Reagan lived as a child, Rita Crunwell siphoned money from the city coffers into a secret account that went unnoticed for over 20 years. Rita had never been charged with a crime before, and she was a trusted citizen and city employee. Welcome to the city of Hampton, Florida. Located between Gainesville and Jacksonville, Florida, the city annexed 1,200 feet of property to give them access to a main highway. They set up what had been described as one of the nation's most notorious speed traps and collected hundreds of thousands of dollars. In a city with a population of 477 people, they used the money to hire 19 police officers, set up credit accounts such as the $132,000 they spent at a local BP station and the $27,000 in other credit purchases. The town clerk was overpaid by more than $8,000 and received a separate check to pay for work done by relatives she hired. And the mayor was arrested for selling drugs. But the worst of it was that in this poor town, little was actually spent on the town's people. Management at City Hall was lax, and some claimed that city services were weaponized when people complained. Except for the police force and new police cars, much of the money was never accounted for. Since 1977, the city of Opa-locka, Florida, has experienced what can best be described as a culture of corruption that over decades depleted the city's resources and in 2016 prompted the governor to declare an emergency over the city's finances. 8 individuals, city officials and civilians, were alleged to have been involved in bribery, kickbacks, and extortion. 7 were legally charged and convicted. An 8th person was charged but died by suicide before the court could act. By 2022, investigators were again responding to new allegations. And in Tallahassee, Florida, City Commissioner Scott Maddox, his business associate Paige Carter Smith, and businessman J.T. Burnett were all charged and sentenced in a bribery and kickback scheme that rocked the city. The entire community is still feeling the pain from that incident.
Hello, my name is Dwight Floyd. Misconduct starts small, such as the exaggeration of a mileage report or cheating on a timesheet. But the longer it goes unchecked, the worse the offenses become. The few extra dollars that came from the mileage report or timesheet may eventually lead to larger falsified expenses or even outright embezzlement. People who are faced with growing opportunities to behave unethically are more likely to rationalize their misconduct as unethical behavior becomes habit. Dixon, Illinois, Hampton, Florida, Opa-locka, Florida, or even Tallahassee may seem like extreme examples, but it shows what can happen when through our behavior we choose a culture of corruption over a culture of accountability.